Hello, I'm Kristy Forbes. I'm a passionate autistic PDA ADHD educator and trainer. I support neurodivergent people and their supporters, and I offer supervision to clinicians and practitioners all over the world. And today I'm going to speak briefly about my experience of PDA, pathological demand avoidance or pervasive drive for autonomy. The way that I navigate the world is via an equity seeking lens, which means that I thrive when I am provided a foundation of equity that allows me to meet the same outcomes as others. That means that our foundations may look different. If I can give an example for perhaps children, because when we're speaking about PDA, predominantly our focus is on children. If we can imagine that my hands are a set of scales, when a PDA child is in a relationship, they are seeking this equity with people, places, and things. So we imagine this as the child, and this might be a parent as an example. And conventionally, of course, we are trained to parent in a dynamic such as this, when a parent would be telling the child what to do, guiding them. This would be incredibly threatening to a PDA because we have an extremely sensitive nervous system response to the world. If we can imagine a scenario where a parent tells a child to put their toys away, as soon as they say, I'd like you to go into your room and pop your toys away, you can see that the dynamic of equity shifts. And so the child then becomes lower than the adult in this dynamic. And absolutely, I recognize that for many, this is considered very normal and healthy and necessary. However, when you understand PDA, you can understand how dysregulating this can be, leading to really poor mental health outcomes. So the child might go to their room after their parent says, go and clean up your toys, and they might go off and pick up 8 out of 10 toys and leave 2 on the ground. Leaving the 2 on the ground could be a conscious decision. It could also be unconscious for the nervous system to restore to equity. And then, of course, the parent may come in and say, hey, I noticed that you didn't clean up all your toys properly and you've left 2 on the floor, which creates this again. And then the child might behave in a different way by perhaps going in and drawing on the wall or finding a different way to get back to equity. And often the consensus is that PDA children are trying to be in control, but when you're starting from behind or beneath or below, there's no real gaining control there. There's only ever restoration of equity. The same goes for being praised or for being complimented. This can be equally as dysregulating. When praising a PDA person, this creates this dynamic where the PDA feels they've been placed above the person, which then means, as an example, a child who draws a wonderful piece of art and a teacher praises them, the child might then rip up the piece of artwork in order to come back down here. This is why we speak about equity as opposed to control.